Thank you very much for joining us here at Sim Racing Authority TV. Alongside me in the booth for tonight's race, Mr. Riley Wyants. How's it going?
It's going.
It's going? How are the pings? How are the pings doing?
Well, I'm on my phone as far as, internet is concerned, tethered on my phone, and it's better than my internet. So.
Well, that's a thing, apparently. Of course, Riley,
Bad
he'd
thing.
like to be racing right now, but no, he's going to be stuck with me up here in the booth tonight because his internet is ass.
And form.
As we're waiting here for qualifying to come to an end, let me know, what are you expecting here tonight, Riley?
Well, probably a lot last night. The Auto Club and the Nationwide car, really similar track. It's a little bit different kind of car, but same kind of racing. A lot of 2, 3, 4 wide, and probably going to get strung out towards the end of the race.
I think there's really only one... Well, we're not really even asking this question. How much is Marcus going to win by tonight?
What?
Yeah, I'd say a lot. Marcus Richardson, of course, he's in tonight's race. We're expecting him to be one of the front runners. National cars, of course, here at Michigan. If you'd like to join Sim Racing Authority, simracingauthority.com is where you're going to want to go. Starting up a new Gen 6 league. Not quite sure if we're going to make that open or not. That's questionable. It could be open, could be fixed. Not quite sure on the schedule either. But there is going to be a Gen 6 league starting up here soon at Sim Racing Authority, in addition to the Sim Racing Authority Pro Series and the Sprint Series presented by the #1 team on iRacing, Banners Motorsports. And of course, we'd like to hit that follow button, trying to get this Twitch up and running, trying to get us a little bit of a viewer base. And hey, you seem pretty cool. We'd like you as a part of our viewer base. Hit that follow button. Hard. In the face.
Like, really fucking hard.
Like, really, really hard.
So, just for a little bit of comedic anecdote here, I'm using my Xbox controller and configuring my controls right now. It's pretty sad.
Oh, are you actually going to attempt to race tonight?
Oh fuck no! I'm not Austin Roberts. I'm not gonna race with a gamepad.
A 10-4. A 10-4.
It won't let me do anything.
Just waiting for qualifying to come to an end. I think I just confused the shit out of Riley, but you know what? I'm not going to question it.
What? I'm not going to hold live broadcasting things, Stuart.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh
Neither
my
am
God,
I.
fuck.
Neither am I. Why are we here right now? Why the hell are we here?
I'm done. I quit.
See ya. Bye. Get out. Fuck.
No. To be honest, I don't know if this software that I'm using to run is going to actually work for longer than like 20 minutes at a time. So I'm probably just going to leave and come back.
10-4. Are you using like Easy Tether?
PDA Net.
Oh, PDA Net.
And
yeah,
Foxit.
I actually used to play iRacing on PDA Net back in the day, so.
And actually, I've played some Minecraft and some first-person shooters with it
Oh, yeah.
back when I first moved out here to the middle of bumfuck nowhere. It
Well,
worked okay.
that's a really cool story, Riley, but you know what? Qualifying has come to an end, and it looks
Awesome.
like Jeremy Dominique is going to pull away with the pole. Alex Peck going to qualify in the second spot. Crum going to qualify third. Ferdale David Fish going to qualify fourth. Anton fifth. Richardson, something must have gone bad. Richardson's qualifying in the second spot. Tyler Ducharme, 7th. Cheney, 8th. Caressel, 9th. Aaron Davis qualifying in the top 10. And I just skipped him. Aggie, he's going to be 11th. Kyle Putz, he's an asshole. He's going to qualify in the 12th spot. Cameron Meyer, 13th. Randy Roberts, 14th. Wertman, 15th. Riley Wyans, he ain't going to start the race because his pings suck. But if he did, he'd be starting 16th. Lachlan McMillan, 17th. I have more important things to do than start 18th in a race, but yeah, I'd be starting 18th. Eric Bordeaux, he's starting 19th. Mike Ellis, he's starting in the 20th spot, and Trevor Pertelli starting 21st. Marcus Richardson not going to get the pole. I am actually extremely surprised. As we wait for that iRacing pace car to get ready to pull off here. It's going to take a while.
Bad idea. Oh. Oops.
What are you doing with your life right now, Riley?
I clicked the grid button and almost shit myself. Like, oh, I'm on the middle of the racetrack.
I am in the track
It's
right
really
now.
horrifying
Oh my
feeling.
god.
This is. Oh man, my ping is still really high. Well, I can't race on this.
Yeah, well, you can commentate because commentating requires literally no skill.
God.
And that iRacing pace car, it's going to be on the move here shortly. Ducharme, he's going to put it in gear and be a complete asshole. Pull right up to the back bumper of Connor Anton right there. Actually hit him just sitting on the grid. What a fine driver, Tyler Ducharme. Riley, do you have any wonderful stories about the number 69 machine of Tyler Ducharme?
Nope.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that statement.
What? I don't use that around him.
Yeah, me neither, dude. I don't know.
Man, I haven't looked at iRacing's pace car since the update, and holy crap, is
Yeah,
this shit.
it's. What are you talking about? It's beautiful.
It's nasty.
Looks better than the old one.
No. Maybe the hood.
Yeah, the hood definitely.
I'm not seeing it, Stuart. It's just no, it's good.
Wow, this is just. I think us as a commentary duo. I think this is going really well. You know, it's absolutely riveting.
Almost broke my dog. See, I'm in my house, unlike normal.
You broke your.
And my dog. Thing. He's like, "Why are you sitting here doing things?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, you don't want to break those.
No,
All right.
they're really hard to fix.
Yeah. So Jeremy Dominique, he's going to be the one grabbing the pole as we work our way through turns 3 and 4. The pace car is going to be ducking off here shortly. As you can see, a lot of these guys running their retro paints from the Throwback 400. Of course, that was just last Saturday, and we've decided that next season, hey, we're going to be running throwback paints full time, and if you want to run them now, go for it. It's not required. Next season it will be, and we're getting ready for that pace car to pull off. There goes the pace car.
On pit road, watching the field pass me on the right side as I sit here so I can at least get started park.
The pace car is off, and the green flag is going to fly here at Michigan. Jeremy Dominique, he's of course going to get the early lead as they are 2 wide all the way back into turn 1. Crum, he's going to move up to the 2nd spot. Peck looks like he's going to try to slot in here in 3rd. I don't think he's quite clear of Crum yet, however. Yep, Peck's going to slot in into the 3rd spot as Crum, he's going to challenge for the lead right there. Peck, he's going to try to follow him through, blocking the number 4 car of Connor Anton there into turn 3. A little bit of contact there between the 4 and the 43. Of course, that would be David Fish right there. No harm, no foul. Shot Fish up the track a little bit. He's going to lose some spots. But they were both able to hang on to it pretty well.
Obviously, early on in these races, you just kind of want to settle in and get a good rhythm and kind of get single file and size the people up, see where you can make passes. You know, here you're going to see a lot of passing off the corners. You can get a really good run. You hit the right line. And keep an eye out for people. 3 wide into 3. This is probably not going to work. I was just about to say, keep an eye out for people trying to go down to that very bottom lane next to the white line. Usually doesn't work, mostly because there's just no grip down there. iRacing did something about, I don't know, they must have peed all over it or something. You cannot get any grip in the middle or off that corner if you go down to the bottom on either of this racetrack. So you're going to see these guys run 2nd lane and up, and you're going to see a lot of 2 and 3 wide racing where they get shoved down to that bottom lane. It'll cause a lot of problems.
Problems!
Problems!
Problems! Jeremy Dominique, he's still your leader, but guess who's joined the party as they work almost 3 wide into turn 3 right there. Marcus Richardson has arrived, and he's on the inside of Dominique. Richardson's going to take the lead coming off of turn 4. Well, this race is going to suck. I hate you, Marcus.
It looks like he's driving really hard right now, people, and he's like burning his stuff up. No. You don't know who Marcus Richardson is. He's just fast.
Yeah, Richardson.
No debate. He's just quick. Now, a lot of guys out here, they're not slow, and you'll see some good racing. You know, Jeremy Dominique looks like he's pulling him on the high side here, and they'll keep up with him for a little while, but by the end of the night, you'll see that black number 18 at the front of the field. I can almost guarantee it.
You know, it looks like Richardson was driving a little bit hard there. You know, he might be using his stuff up for once. Coming off a 2, he got really squirrely. Almost lost that car, Kurt Busch style. He's going to drop back to the 8th position. Jeremy Dominique, he is still your leader. Following in right behind him, the number 43 machine of David Fish. Connor Anton there in the 3rd spot right there. The Kraft Dinner Motorsports entry. Chance Crum right there in the 4th spot. And on the inside of Crum is the number 69 machine of Tyler Ducharme. Ducharme, he's going to crack his way into the top 5. We're going to see if he has anything for these leaders, but he probably doesn't because he sucks.
Oh, Aguilera into the wall in the back of the pack. Looks like he might be losing it. Oh, and on the inside wall. Off the racetrack. Ooh, hits it hard, driver's side. That could be all kinds of fractures and death. Yeah,
let's take a look at the Sim Racing Authority instant replay. Doesn't look like there's going to be a caution for that incident as he spun way off the track, but Edward Aguilera, he's dead. That is confirmed. Let's go on board right here with the number 11 machine. Cameras courtesy of Riley Wyans. Gets in that outside wall, coming off of turn 2, tries to hold on to it. No, he's going to slide down the track. Bobby Chaney narrowly going to avoid him, and he's going to nail that inside wall. No resets here tonight. That's going to be the end of any competitive racing there for the number 11 of Edward Aguilera. Back to live action. Jeremy Dominique, he's still scored as your leader. David Fish looks like he's following through still in the 2nd spot. No, Fish, he's looking to the inside of Jeremy Dominique right here as they touch almost going through the trial.
Oh, boy. Fish is trying to assert his dominance here on the inside line. He's definitely got the preferred angle into turn 1. It's looking like Dominique's going to try to contest him on the outside, but I think Fish will probably get the pass done in 3 and 4. These guys strung out a little bit after a little bit of an incident there on the backstretch. Aguilera going to the inside wall, but I think they're wasting no time getting back to side-by-side racing.
Certainly not at all. Still 34 laps to go here. We started with 40, now 34 laps to go here in the Sim Racing Authority Sprint Series presented by Banners Motorsports. Yes, I almost forgot the name of the series that I sponsored. Pro.
Impressive.
That's impressive right there. Meanwhile, Chance Crum, he's looking to the inside of Dominique. Dominique, he loses the lead to the 43 machine of David Fish. Crum, he's going to look to take away that 2nd spot as we work our way down the backstretch here. Anton, he's just chilling there in the 4th place. Just looks like he is out for a casual rip. David Fish, he's liking what he's seeing in the rear view. This is going to allow him to pull away maybe a little bit here. I don't think it's going to help him. Oh, Crum, he gets loose on the inside right there, but he's going to hang on to it.
Yeah, getting loose off before is something that's really easily doable here in any of these stock cars, but you see how it kills your momentum all the way down that really long front stretch, and you'll just be out to lunch all the way till you get down to 1 and 2.
Really, Riley? I thought you were out to lunch for at least 500 laps at Michigan. That's a fat joke. David Fish, he's your leader. Jeremy Dominique, he's 2nd. Connor Anton 3rd. Chance Crum 4th as we work our way back through the field. Alex Peck rounding out your top 5 in the 5th spot. Kyle Putz working his way to the front. He's 6th. Ducharme back to the 7th spot. There you go. Get put in your place. Aaron Davis running in the 8th spot. That is quite surprising, actually. Nick Caressel, he's running 9th. Bordeaux 10th. Cheney 11th after narrowly missing the number 11 machine of Aguilera. Marcus Richardson continuing to fall back. He just passed Cheney right there for the 11th spot. But Richardson went from contending for that lead to dropping all the way back to the 12th spot at least. Mike Ellis, he's running in the 13th spot. Randy Roberts 14th. McMillan, he is actually going to pass Randy Roberts right as I say that. McMillan 14th. Randy Roberts in the 15th spot. Brian Wertman running 16th. Trevor Pertelli running in the 17th spot. Meyer 18th. And Aggie, looks like he's pulled his machine off of the track. He's done for the day.
I've been keeping my eye on Richardson ever since he got loose, contesting for the lead. And it looks like he just kind of fell back through the pack, trying to get his tires back to him and get his car back underneath him, and literally starting to march back forward now. Looking ahead, and every single one of the cars is a challenge. You know, they might not be exactly on par with him as far as pure speed, but every single car out there is really close on a track like this. So he's got a about 10 more challenges in front of him to get back to the lead.
I would agree. This track is really good for side-by-side racing, but of course a track that's good for side-by-side racing doesn't necessarily mean it's easy to pass. And that's not the case here, and if you do pass them, you're going to have a tough time pulling away because of the draft lock here at Michigan. David
Fish. See here, Marcus working his way up through this pack. I'm not sure what you're looking at, you scrub, but if you see Richardson's cutting through the pack here.
Richardson's going to go three wide up the middle right here as he tries to battle back into this top 10. Oh, he's going to clear Aaron Davis. That does. He's on the outside of Bordeaux now. He's going to try to pinch him and maybe get clear on the outside here. It's not easy to complete a pass on the outside here at Michigan.
Watch for Richardson to hold him down on entry, maybe a little bit, and see what he can do. If he can get a little bit ahead of him, he can force Bordeaux down the track wherever he wants him to be, and that could be a really good thing. Looks like he's going to run third lane here. You get a good run off the corner if he's got a little bit more tire, and it looks like he does. And he'll clear him easily by 3 and 4. Bordeaux really conservative there on the exit of 2.
Bordeaux, he is no slouch. When you can pass Bordeaux right there on the outside as if it's easy, you know you've got a fast driver right there. Meanwhile, they're contesting for the lead. David Fish, he's still your leader, but Dominique, he's closed drastically. Jeremy Dominique looks like he might be knocking on the leader's door here shortly.
If I know anything about Jeremy Dominique, it's that he's a purebred asshole, as in he will ride you right on your bumper all race and make you think you're faster than him until the last 5 laps of the race, and he'll just go balls out and just whip his cock out in front of you and run away from the race. It's incredible.
I can confirm that. I was an asshole to Jeremy Dominique at Atlanta. We were running 1-2 and official. Dominique ended up winning the race. I knew he was faster than me. I tried to screw him over. He said, count down the restart. I said 3, 2, and then I went on 2. But he knew what I was going to do. He knew. He called it, and he ended up winning the race anyway. But that was my attempt at being an asshole back to Jeremy on the racetrack. But no, it didn't work. Jeremy Dominique, he pushes David Fish right there through the tri-oval. What was that you were saying, Riley?
Yeah, right? It's pretty impressive, and he really is a nice guy. But, man, he gets behind the wheel of that car. He's just aggressive. He knows what he wants to get done, and he just goes out and does it. And it's really impressive to watch.
Those
He's
guys
really good at short track races for that very reason. We saw him earlier at Richmond when he ripped the shit pants off of me when I burned my shit up. It was pretty impressive. He's just really calm and cool and collected behind the wheel, and he really makes you want to hate him sometimes. It's really impressive how fast he is behind the wheel of his national car.
Of course, Jeremy Dominique, he's already got, I believe, 2 wins here in the Sim Racing Authority Sprint Series presented by Banners Motorsports. One of those coming at Martinsville when Tyler Ducharme self-spun from the lead, and the other from an all-but-dominating performance at Richmond a couple weeks back. Kyle.
Is it 3 maybe? Because I remember, what was it, Martinsville, he had a win there too. And he was really really impressive there. He's really good at the short track.
I said Martinsville and Richmond.
You said Martinsville and Richmond?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Well, it's okay because he's racing for the lead right here behind Fish. And like I'm saying, he's just pushing him down the straightaway. That's very Dominique-esque, and you'll see it a lot from him. Just to stay right there on you and make you wish he wasn't there.
It's working for Dominique, though. Those 2 cars are at a completely different zip code than the 3rd place machine. The 83 of Chance Crum, he's running in the 3rd spot, doing it for Dale. Kyle Putz, he's up to the 4th spot. That's a gain from earlier. He's making that unlucky number 5 work for him here today.
Yeah, it's really impressive to see how fast these guys can pull away from the pack of cars behind them because none of them are slouches in that pack. Even Ducharme's not slow here. This track is pretty wide open, as far as hitting your line. It's not too strict.
Yeah, Ducharme, he's on the inside, right? Sorry, I cut you off. Ducharme, he's on the inside of Peck right there. He's going to go ahead and clear him on the exit of 4. Ducharme, he's going to work his way into the top 5. Peck running 6th. Meanwhile, Marcus Richardson, he's moving his way to the front. He's running 7th now after passing Connor Anton. That's going to move Anton back to the 8th spot. Bordeaux 9th. Cheney running in the top 10.
It wouldn't surprise me if Dominique is content just to ride behind Fish and effectively 2-car tango all the way around this racetrack, except for, mid-corner when you're slowing down, to build a little bit of a lead and make it one-on-one here for the end of the race, assuming we don't have any more yellows, or any at all for that matter.
We're already about halfway I cut you off again. We're already about halfway through today's race. 23 out of 40 laps remaining. Certainly going to be an exciting one here. And possibly we could go green all the way. You never know.
Well, if there ever was a place to do it, this would be the place.
Alright, right now it looks to me like Connor is whispering me on TeamSpeak, and it's really pissing me off, and I hope he dies. Looks like David Fish and Jeremy Dominique, they currently have a 2-second lead over the 83 of Chance Crum. Scratch that, Kyle Putz, he's moved his way up into the 3rd spot. They have a 1.9-second lead as Ducharme gets right onto the door of the 83 of Crum.
That's a really hotly contested pack right there for 3rd. This could turn into an accident really soon and wipe out those leaders.
We're going to go on board right here with the number 69 machine at Ducharme. Can't see much from the onboards. This was probably actually a bad idea. We're going to take a look at the gearbox view actually here from Kyle Putz. You can see it like a pack of wild dogs right there, chasing him down right there for the 3rd spot. Crum, he's going to slam the door right there on the 69 of Ducharme. Can't blame him. He's probably not too happy with Ducharme dooring him into turn 1 there, a lap previous.
You know what I see behind this pack of 4 cars is a certain black and white number 18 just slowly making ground. And if he keeps going at the rate he's going, I bet you he'll be able to at least pass these guys and get a podium after that really big mistake earlier, if we go flag to flag.
Is it Dale?
You. It's Billy. Dale's number 3.
Oh, right. It's Marcus Richardson. Right. Hashtag Marcus is better than Dale 2013.
Not sure why we're talking about it a year ago, but yes. Yeah, considering Marcus is still alive, that would make him just a little bit better than Dale Earnhardt.
That is true. If you compare Dale Earnhardt's dead corpse versus the number 18 of Marcus Richardson, the number 18 would win every goddamn time. David Shutt, he's joining us in the chat. In fact, he's currently our only stream viewer listed. So, thanks for joining us here, David Shutt.
Well, I mean, I guess it's better than it being on the racetrack where he wrecks everybody on purpose, but...
Jeremy Dominique still being Jeremy Dominique right there on the back bumper of David Fish. They now have a 2.2 second gap. A 2.3 second gap actually over the number 83 machine of Chance Crum, who's running in that 3rd spot.
This is working out to Dominique's just every dream. This is exactly what he wants. He wants this race to go as green as long as he can all the way to the end, and he wants his lead to be as big as it can. So when he puts the foot down and really digs, he'll be gone. No contest whatsoever.
Is it safe for me to assume that they're not going to have to worry about pitting here tonight?
That's a tough one, because I didn't get enough practice in due to Fastnet and their wonderful internet. So I would assume that they can go 40 laps here, but I don't know. It'll be close. Fuel could become an issue, but the way they're driving right now, I don't think it will be.
It is completely possible that Jeremy Dominique could be staying on the back bumper of the 43, maybe to save gas. I don't know. That might seem a little bit out of the ordinary, but that draft, I'm sure it's saving him a little bit of fuel, and if it does end up being close on fuel, you never know. That little extra drop of gas, you could be able to shake into the fuel pickup and get you across the line. But, I mean, they're probably not close on fuel, so it doesn't really fucking matter.
I really don't think they're close on fuel, but if they are, I know Jeremy will know. I've had him swindle me out of a couple of races back before Sim Racing Authority in the Knobs Racing League that this transformed into. He beat me once at Montreal. It was, what was it? It was just enough laps to where we had to worry about gas on this after the first stop. And we rode around in 4th gear all the way around Montreal in nationwide cars for about 15 laps until we floored it coming off the hairpin, and he beat me to the line by like nothing because he had more gas than I did. I sputtered right before the line. It was one of the great races of SRA history.
Tough break right there for you, Riley. Meanwhile, we've got quite the battle up here still for the 4th place spot right there. Alex Peck with a little bit of a gap. Chance Crum, he's pulled away substantially right there from the 4th place position of Alex Peck. Kyle Putz, he's back there. Ducharme and Richardson, they're working together right here. Richardson right there on the inside of Ducharme. He's going to easily clear him into turn 1. And just like that, Richardson, he's right there knocking on the door of the top 5 machine. Kyle Putz right there.
Well, like I said, watch for Richardson to come back up this pack as they start racing. And, well, here he is, and he's not going away anytime soon. Not definitely not in a place like this.
Jeremy Dominique, actually. It looks like Dominique is finally going to go ahead and make the move and make the pass for the lead. This is on the heels. Chance Crum was starting to catch him right there, at least. Oh,
it looks like maybe Fish hit the wall a little bit. The telltale sign being iRacing's wonderful graphics glitch that lets us know that the car's had some damage. A little bit of right front fender damage, maybe. It looks like he could have tagged the wall off the corner with Jeremy Dominique riding right behind him.
That hood is bowed up just a little bit right there on the number 43 of David Fish. You know what he's going to say? He's going to say that he ran out of talent. That looks to be what's happened to the number 43 machine of David Fish. Jeremy Dominique, he's now going to be your leader. The way the new iRacing damage models works, at least for the B car, I know from experience, you are completely screwed if you so much as tap the wall. You will be way, well, not way off the pace, but substantially off the pace.
Way off
you
the
will
pace.
lose the
Way
lead.
off the pace is correct. I learned that last night at Auto Club. Touch the wall, you're done. You're gone. You basically don't even have a car. It's like driving a bicycle. So it's pretty. I don't know. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty nice, but it really screws you when you're not used to it. Watch for Fish to go backwards.
12 laps to go now here at Michigan. Dominique, now your leader, the wounded number 43 STP machine of David Fish, running in the second spot. Chance Crum, he was 2.2 seconds gap. Now that this pack is single filed out a little bit, now down to 2.1 seconds. Crum starting to catch the number 34 of Dominique. I just don't think he has the time. Alex Peck running in the fourth spot. Richardson cracking into that top 5. Kyle Putz running in the 6th spot. Ducharme, he's right on the back bumper now. Of course, Ducharme right there running in the 7th spot. Bordeaux running 8th. Caressel 9th. Cheney 10th. Aaron Davis running in the 11th position. Anton all the way back to 12th. His Garbs buddy. Brian Werman running 13th. Trevor Pertelli 14th. Meyer running in the 15th spot. And Randy Roberts 16th. Meanwhile, looking at some cars that are no longer on the track. Lachlan McMillan scored in the 17th spot. Mike Ellis 18th. Aggie, he's in the 19th spot. And Riley Wyan scored 20th. Wow, he must suck.
10-4. I'm Garvey's buddy, eh? That's point. No, it's not. No, I'm all sad. I forgot this series scores for points. Well, I get a start. Better than nothing. Might count towards a drop week. Zero incidence bonus, maybe. I don't know, but definitely better than not being on the grid at all. I don't know. I don't really have a clue.
LMAX16, thank you very much for joining us. I'm definitely sure that you're not Lachlan McMillan, but please hit that follow button. We're kind of desperate. T-Dog380, also nice to have you here in the stream as we work 10 laps to go here at Michigan. If you want to see more of our Sim Racing Authority racing here, feel free to hit that follow button. League racing every Sunday and Monday night, soon to be Saturdays as well. And if you'd like to join the league, if you're a fellow iRacer, simracingauthority.com will get you set up. Unless you suck.
Yeah, if you suck, don't bother. We have enough of those.
Taking a look right here at the number 69 machine of Tyler Ducharme. He's on the inside right there of Kyle Putz right there as they battle for the 6th spot.
Right
with
where?
9 laps to go. Right there.
Right where?
Right there.
Right there.
On the screen.
Right there.
Right by where it says 3M on the wall on the back straightaway. This is actually quite the good battle. Kyle's not going to be happy with me saying that he's battling with Ducharme for a position. And it looks like Ducharme's probably going to get the better of him as they work their way into turn 1.
That's 1.
Almost. There they go. Now they're in turn 1. Ducharme, he's going to drive it in deep. Putz, he's going to go ahead and let out of it a little early. Try to get the run off the corner, but...
Nope, wall. Oh,
no.
Buddy boy, that was close for Kyle off the corner.
Kyle, I don't think he quite got the wall, but yeah, it was a little bit close. You can tell he's trying to deal with the shame of getting passed by Tyler Ducharme.
That can be a really heavy emotional weight for a driver.
It can be. Meanwhile, Jeremy Dominique now with a 1.3 second lead over David Fish. David Fish now has to worry about the 83 of Crum and the number 59 of Alex Peck with 7 laps to go here at Michigan. Fish, of course, your leader. Then he hit the wall, got a little bit of damage. Now he's got about a 3/10
he's 3/10
gap.
off the pace. He's done. Chance will catch him in 1. His last lap was 40.571. Chance's was a 40.272. And the leader was 40.380 with no draft up there. Fish is just going to go backwards all the way back through this pack with that damage. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, the damage definitely. I'm actually I'm welcoming the new damage model that iRacing seems to have implemented on their fendered oval stock cars. I think it's necessary, and it makes things a little bit more realistic, if you ask me. Granted, I've never driven an actual NASMA car, stock car, but I figure if you hit a concrete wall, it's not going to be that good for the suspension or the overall aerodynamics of the vehicle.
Yeah, it's definitely going to require a lot more discipline and a lot more just overall paying attention to your line and making sure you don't go over anywhere you're not supposed to go, because it'll ruin your car. You can hit the grass wrong, it'll ruin your car. You just got to be more disciplined and more on point, and you know that's something that is a good thing for everybody. There's a lot of guys out there that are fast or reckless, and that'll get you a lot of trouble now with this new damage. And it kind of has its own way of leveling the field back out and kind of reshuffling just the pack in general.
Of course, of course, of course.
Looks like David Fish has been passed by the 2 Seahawks fans there, Chance Crum and Alex Peck. Missed last night's race because of some silly little football game that was on TV that I have really no idea about. Heard the ads were good.
I heard there was actually a football game in the middle of a Bruno Mars concert last night.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, it really was. Meanwhile, Jeremy Dominique, he's still your leader, now only ahead 1.8 seconds over Crum. Crum certainly faster here in the late stage of the race, but he is certainly not going to have enough time as we have 3.5 laps to go here at Michigan.
Michigan. Once upon a time, my favorite racetrack.
Not so much anymore. Alex Peck, he's running in the 3rd spot. Looks like David Fish, he's going to drop back to 4th. Could even surrender another spot to the 18 of Richardson. Ducharme, he's way back there in the 6th spot. Puts trailing him in the 7th spot. Aaron Davis having a mildly decent run. Aaron Davis in 8th, ahead of Bobby Chaney in the 9th spot.
Bobby Chaney. Oh, poor guy.
Connor Anton, he's running in the 10th spot. Must be some damage on that number 4 Garbsy Craft Inner Motorsports machine, or maybe he just sucks. Brian Wortman 11th, Caressel 12th. Pertelli running in the 13th spot, Meyer 14th, Randy Roberts 15th, and Bordeaux back to the 16th spot. 2 laps
Looks
to
like
go.
Fish has surrendered what looks to be 4th spot to Marcus Richardson. The 2 Northwest boys are nose to tail for 2nd, and Jeremy Dominique's just out there running just fast enough to stay ahead of everybody else. Here with 2 to go, coming to the white flag next time around.
Oh yes, another dominating performance to say the least by Jeremy Dominique, unless he Hildebrands it. Here coming to the white flag, it looks like it's going to be a win for the number 34. However, there could be a battle for 2nd place and 3rd place, and it's also looks to be the main battle on the track right now. We generally have a lot of good battles here at Sim Racing Authority TV for the 2nd spot. Of course, Riley Lyons knowing that all too well. Of course, Crum and Peck, they are, we'll use the word teammates, we'll use it lightly. Don't think they're going to take each other out here by any means, but who knows? They might actually race, or they could just wuss out.
They could pull a route strategy of running nose to tail and hoping nothing goes wrong, which is, you know, patented to get you 2nd place every season.
Yeah, it looks like Peck might try to make a move coming out of 4. No, it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, Jeremy Dominique, he's going to go ahead and cross the line. Jeremy Dominique, he's going to be the winner of the Wood Brothers 21 here at Michigan. That's right. Aaron Davis sponsored a race. You're welcome. I read the name. Jeremy Dominique, he's going to go ahead and be your winner. Alex Peck, he's going to bring it home in the 3rd spot.
Oh,
Riley, if you want to go ahead and mute your team speak and maybe go ahead and interview the 3rd place car. Oh, wait. Did I say I was going to interview 3rd place? That's how it was.
I don't remember.
Whatever. I'm going to talk with Alex Peck.
Okay, talk to Peck already.
Alex Peck, Stuart Redmond up in the booth. You got a copy.
10-4.
Gonna bring it home in the 3rd spot, right behind Chance Crum right there. Tried to make a move in turn 4. A bit of an eventful race for you back there. We go green, flag to flag. Tell us a little bit about your run.
Well, started 2nd. Jeremy just got me in qualifying. Wish I could have got that point, but he did an outstanding job hot lapping. So I started 2nd, got back to I think about 6th from the outside line. Was working with Ducharme, Putz, and Marcus there for about halfway in the race. Finally got clear of that jumbled mess and then got up to Chance's bumper, past Fish there towards the end. A lot of respect to Fish. Thanks for letting Chance and I go by. And I needed to get the Chances outside right rear. They're going to turn 1 to try and make it a side-by-side race to the finish, but I just never got there. So congrats to Jeremy and good job, Chance and Fish.
Thank you very much for talking to us, Alex Peck, Chance Crum, Stuart Redmond up in the booth. Riley, you want to take this one?
Oh, this is the problem. You better take this one while I figure out what the hell's wrong with my iRacing. That would be cool. Okay, thanks, bye.
10-4. Chance Crum, Stuart Redmond up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Bringing it home in the 2nd spot. You were catching Jeremy Dominique there towards the end. Ran out of time, however. Tell us a little bit about those last few laps.
Yeah, there at the end, I finally started figuring out. I been really sick today and all weekend, so didn't get any practice and wasn't going to do this race, but definitely allowed to come home 2nd after, kind of joined last minute. Had lots of fun racing with Alex and Fish and all the guys there at the end. And, almost caught Jeremy, but he ran a great race. He was way out front and really had nothing for him, so it was lots of fun and glad to be able to extend my points lead by a tiny bit.
Thank you very much for talking with us, and good run right there, Chance. But an even better run, the 34 machine of Jeremy Dominique, Riley Wyans. He mentioned that you were driving like a Jeremy Dominique right on the back bumper of Fish that whole race, pushing him pretty much every lap. And he was just waiting for that moment you would pull out and make the pass. Unfortunately, that had to be made when Fish got a little bit of damage there towards the end. But tell us a little bit about that race there, Jeremy.
Yeah, I got the pole. I got to be able to start in the front there, and we started pulling away, me and Fish from the group. And I figured, hey, I might as well just ride right behind him and push him, and we kept pulling away. And I was contemplating just staying right behind him the whole race and just let him go, and he ended up bouncing off the wall, and that hurt his car a little bit, so that was unfortunate. But all in all, it was a great race. Glad it went across the free, though. It was awesome.
Yeah, very good run right there, Jeremy, and this is going to be your 3rd win right here in the Sim Racing Authority Sprint Series presented by Banners Motorsports. I appreciate you talking to us.
Thank you.
Bobby Cheney, Stuart Redmond up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yep.
Bobby Cheney, you had a decent run out there tonight. You're going to bring it home in the, let's see here. Where are you bringing it home at? You're going to bring it home in the 9th spot, but I can't help but notice you finished behind the number 32 machine of Aaron Davis. Tell us a little bit about how you suck so bad.
Yeah, I kind of backed off because they were really racing really hard up there, and you know me, I don't like to race that hard that early, and I kind of got out of the draft and everything, and by that time I burnt my right front up, but it was really fun racing there, and it was clean. I'd take that over a win. Just good clean side by side racing. Did that for probably 15 laps. And, you know, you shouldn't be really dogging on me how Aaron finished ahead of me. You should be getting on Connor's ass because Connor's is hack.
That's true, but Connor has photobombed the victory celebration enough. I think he's got his TV time here tonight. Either way, good points day right there. Bobby Cheney. Alright, that's going to conclude our coverage here tonight from... I'm at the wrong track. Here from Michigan. Let's take a look at those final results. The winner here tonight is going to be Jeremy Dominique. Crum going to bring it home second. Alex Peck third. Richardson in the fourth spot. David Fish fifth. Tyler Ducharme going to finish sixth. Putz seventh. Aaron Davis eighth, ahead of the ninth place finisher Bobby Cheney. Connor Anton top 10. Brian Wertman 11th. Caressel 12th. Pertelli 13th. Meyer going to bring it home in the 14th spot. Randy Roberts 15th. Bordeaux 16th. Lachlan McMillan 17th. Off the track complaining about the stream. Mike Ellis 18th. Edward Aguilera, he's going to finish 19th. Wyans 20th. And myself 21st. Any closing words for us, Mr. Wyans?
Well, a race here at Michigan's always a decent race. You know, always fun to watch. You usually don't get these national races, these Pro Series presented by Banners Motorsports, flag to flag. But good effort by all the drivers tonight. We had 19 officially start the race. It was hotly contested for the lead there for a while, and Jeremy Dominique did what he does best and just hung in there and did exactly what he wanted. So it was really impressive to see, and you know, it's always good to have these green flag-to-flag races, and if you'd like to join us in race in a league where we get flag-to-flag races, go to simracingauthority.com and you know, slap an email on one of our lead admins and see if we can get you in. We'll add you to the league in iRacing, and you can come and hang out with us and wreck all the same and practice and then come out and do a race where somehow you don't suck.
Of course, and if you really suck, be sure to hit that follow button on the Twitch stream. If you don't want to race with great drivers like the likes of Aaron Davis and Tyler Ducharme, why don't you watch some great drivers like Aaron Davis and Tyler Ducharme race? I'm only kidding. Hit the follow button if you don't have iRacing or if you're not looking for a league, but hey, it's all about recruiting, and we want you to join our league. That's going to conclude our coverage. We'll be